A group is recognizing Wicksburg Elementary School for creating an inclusive environment to improve the learning experience of deaf students. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert joins us live in studio to share how this effort by just 4 teachers has expanded. Jacqueline, what did you learn there?
Kinsley, language is a part of many cultures around the world, but there is one language that represents a group of people mostly forgotten. On a visit to Wicksburg Elementary, I saw how this concentrated effort of inclusivity expanded school-wide, and it was all thanks to 1 student and 4 teachers. At Wicksburg Elementary School, you may notice that with the everyday language teachers use, there is sign language.
So a lot of times, they're the only deaf student in the school.
As is the case for Tsunade Hedstrom. She inspired a group of teachers to spearhead an effort toward inclusivity.
Many of the teachers here at the school felt like we could do more to reach some of our deaf and hearing impaired students. And they took the initiative. They reached out to the AIDB, the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind.
From there, the Institute provided training for teachers on how to educate deaf students better. Teachers began learning a little sign language and putting visual elements in their lesson plans and around their rooms. The 4 teachers who began this journey were able to share their knowledge with their peers throughout the state.
It made us really happy that we could share what we learned and that we could feel like this is going to go beyond our school, that other people might take it and share it amongst themselves as well.
This effort has gone beyond just staff now, according to one of Tsunade's teachers.
The kids love it. We have a sign of the week that our interpreter sends out, and it usually includes Tsunade. Kids watch it in class. They have thoroughly enjoyed being able to use that.
The school has the help of interpreter Jennifer Adams, who says she has been in the profession for 10 years. However, she says she has never seen such a concentrated effort to make a sometimes isolated group of people feel a part of the educational environment.
As an interpreter, we facilitate human connection. And that is a privilege, and I see that every day here at Wicksburg, and it means everything.
Such an inspiring story,
Yes,
Jacqueline Lambert. Thank you so much for reporting that. A job well done, really sharing this story.
Yes.
And you yourself know a little bit of sign language. What can you show us?
Yes, Kinsley. So, fun fact about me, I took sign language classes as a kid because my neighbor was deaf. And so I've forgotten most of it, but I still remembered how to say that my name is Jacqueline YNN. So that's how I spell my name in sign language.
Yes, such a good skill, Jacqueline Lambert. Thank you for sharing that.